No one is coming to save you is such a great title because the truth is, if you complain, blame, and quit, you're going to get exactly what you want. And what is that? Nothing. If you're in a fucked up situation, if locked down on those two things,
contention, resistance, and a little bit of risk taking.
Nothing's gonna change.
You know what I mean? Like,
the one thing I keep thinking about, because we're gonna go to this,
it's hopeless and you've tried everything, and
learn from our failures so you don't have to go through these failures. If you're in a fucked up situation, if you're in a family that comes from immigrants, if you are an immigrant yourself, if you come from poverty, if you don't have all your limbs intact, if you're not someone that is naturally handsome or naturally charismatic, you have to believe that the road that you're taking is going to lead you beyond whatever it is that you want. Because if there's no belief, you're not going to take that first step. You're just going to always feel like this is what it's going to be forever. And you have to be accountable. You have to know that it's on me to move forward. And I think that once you kind of like lock down on those two things, it gets a lot easier to start moving forward and start building a little bit of that momentum. Again, you don't get hope from getting wins. You get wins from having hope. And you got to be hopeful that your circumstance could change, because that positive momentum is a tailwind that turns into wins.
Yeah. And it takes you out of that victim loop that you were talking about, right? Like things are hard. This person has what I want. My circumstances are not ideal. I'm never going to get out the hood, or I'm never going to get out of this one bedroom, or this room where I'm sharing with my 3 brothers. You have to sort of break out of that cycle. And that's one of those things where, like, you have to look at these people who have what you have or have more as fuel at the end of the day.
They say blame, complain, and quit are the most comfortable pillows to lay your head on at night. And I love that phrasing, because blame other people for your circumstances. That makes you feel better. It could be the truth, by the way, but it just makes you feel better. Pobrecito. It's not my fault. It's everything else.
Yeah.
Complain. Just be around people. Surround yourself and surround yourself with people that all they do is complain about their circumstances. Complain about the weather, complain about their boss, complain about their girlfriend, complain about their friends. Bro, they complain all day, and it makes them feel better about their situation. And the coup de grace, the icing on the cake, the man and the woman on the wedding cake is quit. Start something and quit. Those are the world's most comfortable pillows, because you could lay your head at night and tell yourself, man, I tried, but the world is against me. My friends are against me, and I had no choice but to quit. No one is coming to save you is such a great title, because the truth is, if you complain, blame, and quit, you're going to get exactly what you want. And what is that? Nothing. Nothing's going to change. So
right.
I think that is a harsh truth, and it's fucked up to say that to people in our community that, they want answers from us. But Rich, I feel like you're better at this than I am. Sometimes that's just the most clearest point. It's like, bro, it's really on you to figure it out. No one's going to feel bad for you beyond the conversation you have with them, because they're going to go live their life, and then you got to live your life. Like, you actually got to live in your life after you complain, blame, and quit, and blame everybody else.
Yeah, and there's comfort that comes into play when you talk about accountability and blaming others, right? Like, if I blame someone else, like, I'm not the problem.
The burden is off of me now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that, I'm not where I need to be because this person or my parents or I don't have a job or whatever your circumstances are. But I think what you and I have continued to learn is that friction is necessary in order to move forward. You have to get to a place mentally where you're comfortable with the uncomfortable. A lot of the biggest breakthroughs you've had in your life, or I've had in my life, have come from a point of contention and resistance,
Mm.
right? Like we've contention, resistance, and a little bit of risk taking, right? And all of those things, what is the common denominator is it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable entering the unknown, right? Or taking a risk where you don't know that if that risk is going to pan out or not, right? Or taking accountability to say, I'm signing up for this course, pass or fail, right? But I'm going to do it anyway because this is a path forward. So, really breaking out of that mental cycle that, oh, I don't want to feel friction. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sign up for this course because it's too much studying. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you have to go through the resistance and the uncomfortableness that it takes to be disciplined to study in order to pass this course. It's just the natural nature of the progression. Well, what's the end result of having the discipline to study for that course? You pass
Mm.
the course, you get the reward, certification, or the credits necessary, and you move on to the next level, right? But you have to be able to be comfortable with the uncomfortable in order to move forward.
We learned, like, in order to give good advice, because we want to be better at giving advice, is that you got to understand the real pain points of the people you're talking to. It's not necessarily about who you are and where you're at. It's about the people that you're looking to guide, and maybe, share your personal story, and maybe they can learn from it, which is the whole thesis of failures. Learn from our failures so you don't have to go through these failures. You have no one to blame for yourself. Your life is what it is because of the actions that you take or don't take. But here's the last one. They're fighting you on this, and they tell you, bro, I'm exhausted. I tried it all, I did it all, and I'm tired of fighting alone. I'd rather just be alone in my room. And if I don't promise myself anything, if I don't try anything, I'll be fine that way. I'm just burnt out. I'm exhausted. Everything I try doesn't work. You don't understand my life. You don't understand my situation.
Yeah, this is a full circle moment because I think this goes back to the purpose paralysis, right? If you're feeling that way, like if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling like it's hopeless and you've tried everything and nothing's working, I feel like chances are you're operating in many different aspects of life for the wrong reason. You have to identify your purpose. I think you shared with me a comment from a community member that was like, "Hey, I'm 43 and I still haven't found my purpose." That's okay. I actually envy that person because they
Mm.
acknowledge that they're 43 and they're still out there
Wow.
searching for it,
That's
right?
powerful.
If you're still looking for your purpose, you're doing the right thing, right? Just because you haven't found it at 43 doesn't mean that you're not on the right track. What do they say? There's a famous quote where like KFC Colonel Sanders didn't like actually hit on the idea for the KFC franchise that he was like 60 something, right?
Yeah,
It took
yeah,
like all those years of
for
failure for
sure.
him to ultimately like hit with the right like fried chicken recipe and then have this massive success and franchise, but it took a really long time. So chances are if you're feeling the way that you're feeling, you're not living your purpose, you're living for others, right? You're not operating in a place of fulfillment, and that's what's going to lead to burnout. That's a recipe for disaster. So I would say like try to unwind everything and bring it back to our first point, which was purpose paralysis. Like, why are you waking up in the morning? What excites you? What motivates you? What is your what is the nucleus that is your identity, right? For some people, it's, bro, I love my family. I'm gonna wake up every morning and do as much as I can do for them. For others, is giving back to their parents. I love my parents. They did everything for me. I wake up every morning for them, right? I want to give them as much as they gave me. For others, it might be their pet, right? For others, it might be like, bro, I'm a world traveler. I want to see every state, every country, every island, and I'm going to die doing that, right? All of the above are okay to live out. But that's every individual's responsibility, is to identify their purpose and live that out to the fullest. So chances are, if you're feeling down, depressed, stuck in the mud, resistance, hopeless, chances are you are not living your purpose and you're experiencing what we like to call purpose paralysis.